Secret show, secret show. It's 5:46 a.m. Central Time. It is a secret show. I,
Isn't it 4:46?
that's what I said, right?
You said 5:46.
Oh, 4:46. My bad. I'm up too late. This is our return. Am I getting an echo on your computer? Mystery guest
I
who
don't
shall
care.
not be named. Don't worry. I've been on hiatus. I went to Las Vegas, had not much to do in the community. When I came back, started commenting. This is my return. Secret show, not promoted. This is my mystery guest. I think everybody knows who he is, but for his own safety, he shall remain a mystery. Say hi.
Hello.
All right, we're gonna be real. Everybody knows who it is, but that's a pretty cool camera angle, so I think he should keep with it. Look, damn it. Doesn't he look like the local news when they have? We have a witness right here who wants to remain anonymous. And then his voice is usually like, well, you see those, and then you shot him in the back of the neck, and I just wanted to go home. And
Right.
that's what it is. That's what it is. So let's get...
Of Casey Nunez and his corrupt ways.
Oh, we're going to talk about that, because I was in Las Vegas hitting up... What casino was I at when I received the Facebook alert he tagged me in? I think I was at Treasure Island or Harrah's in Las Vegas. That's when I was walking the strip for the first day. And he tagged me in a post saying Norman was going to the courthouse. He was waiting, and when Norman was going out, he was headed to New York, and he was making a pit stop to Chicago. Now, I'm not a I know my geography pretty well. But I know if you're driving from New Orleans to New York, Chicago is not a pit stop, because you're kind of just going way the fuck out of the way.
That's very true.
Very true, right?
It's hell.
Yeah, you for New Orleans, and then New York's like up here, and then Chicago's like right there.
Straight 14 hours, and then straight east about another 16 hours probably.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, they say Chicago's like the in-between city, like New York, you don't need a vehicle. Chicago's in between, and then Los Angeles, you absolutely need a vehicle, because, by the way, Los Angeles traffic is horrible. I was there 2 weeks ago. But
I would rather deal with Chicago traffic than any of them, but that's because I'm familiar with it.
Well, yeah, I'm familiar with how traffic is over here too, and I kind of regret to do that.
The worst traffic I've ever been in has been Houston.
I've never been in Houston. Oh, I've been in Houston for 5 minutes on a layaway flight, but that was pretty much it. So, point being, I was like, what the fuck? Casey Nunez is going to visit Dallas. How did all this start? Like, how the fuck did it come about? Hey, buddy, I'm coming to visit you. Be prepared.
I've told Casey for years that my door is always open. If you ever get in my neck of the woods, stop on by. But what are the odds of a homeless man who lives under the bridge, who has a Jeep that breaks down every third day, making it 14 hours away on a drive to stop by and visit? You know?
Yeah, that was one. I get. I don't want to trash you. I guess if you're homeless and you don't have shit to do, you can just drop whatever and fucking say, "Hey, we're going to Chicago." He went there for a day, right?
He spent the night.
Okay, Dallas, I like you and all, but there's no way in fuck I'm going to drive however many hours it takes to get from here to go all the way fucking up there for a night.
It was really weird the way it went down. I didn't believe Casey was on his way because we all know that Casey likes to bullshit a lot. And I went to bed, and Casey was somewhere in Mississippi. He had posted somewhere he was in Mississippi. And I was like, because I was thinking the whole, you're not on your way to New York and stopping at my house, because that's like way the fuck out of the way. And I thought that it was a far-fetched story, I guess you could say. And then I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, like I do every morning, and I checked out my Facebook, and Casey is like on the Missouri-Illinois border. And I'm like, oh shit. I told my wife, I said, Casey and Norman are on their way. She's like,
Did your wife say, "I'm gonna lay down a newspaper in the garage"?
my wife said, "You're fucking kidding, right?" And I said, "No, for real." She said, "Dallas." And I looked at her like, "Fuck, you know." And I said, "I really didn't think he'd show up." And she was like, "Well, I ain't gonna tell you what she said. She might get mad if I was to say what she really said." But
Uh huh.
she laid the law down. You know, she was like, "Boom, you know, I'm the queen of this fucking castle, and this is how it's gonna be." And
Right.
so I respected her wishes and shit. But Casey, Casey, man, when he got here, he said,
Well, hold on, hold on. What time did he get? What time did he get to your house? Like, what time was that?
I think it was probably about, I'll lie to you, but I think it was about 10:30 in the morning.
Okay. And he showed up. I assume he showed up in his Jeep with him, Norman, the two dogs. What happened? Just paint us the picture from when you opened your door.
Well, there was a dilemma with his dogs. Um, I didn't want his dogs in my house, and it was cold out. Um, so, and that was one of the things my wife said. She said, "I don't want those dogs anywhere near the house." And I was like, "Hey, cool, you know, I don't want my fucking shit destroyed." And so I let Casey know, you know, we got to figure out something for these dogs. And I've got a heated garage with a wood, it's insulated garage, and I've got a wood stove out there, so I can keep it pretty warm. And I told Casey, I said, we can put the dogs in the garage, because Casey's just stopping by on his way to New York.
That's right. He's going to New York, guys.
Yeah.
You know what? That's like saying, you know what, guys? I'm doing a road trip from here to San Francisco, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop in fucking Salt Lake City on the way there.
No, that's like saying I'm gonna leave New Orleans and I'm gonna go to Seattle, and on my way I'm gonna have fucking dinner with Torp.
Yeah. Okay. Better example. Yeah.
You
I'm gonna
know,
travel to Ellesmere.
right? Via Seattle.
Right. That's a whoop whoop. That's way the fuck out of the way. Instead of
So
going from
I'm,
point A.
and I had told Casey that I would give him a tattoo,
Oh yeah.
and
Before he was, what the fuck was the deal? Was a friend of his he was supposed to meet up in New York or some shit, or he just decided I wanted to go see New York?
he had some guy he was supposed to pick up in New York. The guy was going to pay for a bus ticket to go to New Orleans, and Casey was like, "No, I'll just pick you up. Just give me the money for the bus ticket, and I'll pick you up."
Sounds reasonable.
So Casey stops here on his way to New York, and like I said, no dogs in the house, and so I built a fire out in the garage. I actually built a fire about an hour and a half or 2 hours before he got here. Got that garage warmed up. So when they got here, I popped the garage door opener and let them in to my garage, and it's attached to the house, you know. And they were talking about, you know, how cold it was, you know, and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And so I tell them to fucking, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, take your dogs for a walk, you know, we'll get them some water. Norman got some food out of the Jeep and shit, and got the dogs cozied up in the warm garage. You know what I'm saying? They can stretch their legs. They've been in the fucking car or whatever.
Yeah.
So Casey
Yeah.
and Norman come in the house, and I don't know. It was pretty normal. It was pretty normal. Um,
Was he dirty, like, or smelly, or What was there?
Casey didn't smell, and he wasn't dirty. um, I didn't really get close enough to Norman because I felt like maybe Norman might have been a little smelly and dirty, to be honest with you. You could tell Norman's hair was real greasy when he took his hat off, like he hadn't had a shower or washed his hair in a while. And I'm not talking bad about the guy. I mean, fuck, you're homeless, you know. I did offer multiple times to Casey and Norman both. You know, I offered him I offered him a shower, but this was actually later because at this point Casey was still on his way to New York, you know. And at some point within Casey being here, after about an hour or so, he looked at me and he's like, "How far is New York, bro?" He's like 2 more hours.
Yeah.
I looked at him and I said,
Wait a
16, you know. And I said, they just got a shitload of fucking snow, too. And he's looked at me like, what? You know?
Did he think New York and Chicago were like right next to each other?
I'm guessing. I'm not trying to talk bad about Casey. I'm not.
No. But, okay. So, all right, let's get this straight. So, 10 o'clock in the morning, open your door, Casey, Nunez, Norman, Queenie, Tomac. Casey comes in, you say your hello, which, by the way, that seemed, that seemed a little, your whole exchange when you were giving him a tattoo, your whole live show with him, it seemed really awkward. Like this was his first time ever talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to meet up with you in real life, I wouldn't be like you know what I'm saying? Did you get that vibe at all? Because I know I did. I didn't comment on it, but somebody, I think it was Jeff Rowe, was like, "Why is Casey talking to you like he's never met you or talked to you before?"
Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that it was awkward.
There was like one moment, and I usually don't cringe. You know the 20-minute video where you were giving him the tattoo on the arm or whatever, and he was rambling on about something as far as YouTube concerned. And you know, like Casey does, classic Casey, where he'll get something on his mind and he'll do a rant on it. And you made a joke about his arm or something. And he was like weirded out or some shit, and like he looked kind of pissed off. I was like, whoa. I caught that before you even commented on the video, the stream itself. I was like, that was awkward as fuck, you know.
I made it awkward?
No, I wouldn't say you made it awkward. I'd say, yeah. All right, that'd be like you ribbing me, you know, and I kind of rib you back, and we joke. You like give a little rib to Casey like friends do, and then it was just completely hit a brick wall, like, and it was like, you know, do you remember what I'm talking about?
Maybe, I don't know.
You made the reference to his arm felt like pussy because you had to put the shit on it before you did the tattoo.
I don't remember.
And then
hey, we got 2 viewers. It's an all-time high for us, man.
Especially it just turned 5 a.m. So all right, let's get the story. Let's get the ball rolling here. Casey comes. I assume you go outside, says hello, meet your wife. The dogs are running in the snow and shit. So, step by step, what happens?
So, I smoke good pot on a daily basis.
Oh, for sure.
Casey's always talking about, gotta go get some legal weed, and this, that, and the other. He's asking about how close the closest dispensary is that he can go get some legal weed, and I was like, Denver.
That way. Yeah, that way.
Go west. Go
east. Is that next to New York?
Right. So I smoke a bowl with him. I smoke some really good fucking pot with him. And
yeah.
It was called Dream Queen, I think.
Yeah.
You can tell that they don't smoke a lot of pot because they got really high and they actually bowed out. They didn't even finish the bowl. They were like, you know, they had enough. And I got some video of Casey that's like totally unreleased. I might have it sitting right here actually.
This unreleased footage, you know, as opposed to the video of Norman grabbing the dog's nuts.
Well, I have another video that's a lot worse than that one. Norman's got that dog in a fucking headlock. It looks like he's fucking raping the dog. No shit. It's funny as hell. I just haven't decided to upload it yet.
So,
give me a second. I gotta grab something.
Okay. This is a 5:02 a.m. This is Secret Show Card Show. We're talking about the Casey Nunez Dallas visit. I would like to remind everybody to subscribe to the Card Show. I got a second viewer, which is crazy at 5 a.m. This is supposed to be a secret show, you motherfuckers. There he is. There he is.
Hey, check this out. This is a Canon Vixia Mini.
Oh, I just bought a Canon T5 Rebel.
This is a badass little camera.
All right, let's see the footage. And walk us through.
I just want to see what's on here. See what, most of the video's on my phone.
Mm-hmm. We got 3 viewers. Holy shit.
I've got 15 minutes of reaction videos from Casey.
Reacting to what?
Have you ever seen that video, Jesus Christ is my nigger?
Yes.
That one. I got his reaction to that one. He had never seen it before. And just some other random shit, but it turned into some conversation between me and him. Camera ran for like 14 and a half minutes.
So,
about halfway through, he forgot it was on.
Let's cut the brass tacks here. We're going to talk about the whole visit, but overall, as a whole, was this successful, or was it just a disaster, him and Norman coming to visit you in Chicago?
I enjoyed having Casey here. We got to hang out. We got to shoot the shit. I guess you could say I'm glad that he stopped by, but I never would have been disappointed if he wouldn't have stopped by. Because, after all, at the end of the day, you know, to finish the story, you know, Casey never finished his trip to New York. He thought New York was just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Casey asked me if he could sleep on my garage floor, and I was like, what? You know? You want to sleep on my garage floor? And my natural reaction was, you know, you ain't got to sleep on the floor. Let me talk to my wife and I'll let you know. And so I said something to her, you know, and ultimately they slept on my floor in my garage by choice.
Did you offer them a bed?
Yes. Look, I made him a big home-cooked meal that night. We ate like fucking kings that night. I did it up right. And just hung out, you know, we did that live show. I started giving Casey some ink that night. And,
the live show, which the first live show where you were on during the day, and then you went to Jeff Rowe's room and shit.
That was the second day when we went to Jeff Rowe's room.
Well, the first day was where you and Casey and you were just watching YouTube videos for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, just fucking around, whatever. But
So anyway,
so
he chose to sleep on your He chose to sleep on your garage floor.
Well, I didn't have any firewood. After I realized that they were going to be there all night, and I had to keep this garage warm, not only for them dogs, but for them at this point, you know, I was like, fuck, I got to go get firewood, you know? And I hinted around a couple of times that maybe it would be nice if I could get one of them to ride with me. And it was as if that wasn't an option, you know. So
Go ahead.
What? So I went down and got firewood, you know, and I thought maybe that they might, get ready to heat the garage up for them, they might help me get this firewood from the fucking back of my SUV to the fucking garage. Little bundles of firewood, you know, nothing big. They probably weigh fucking, you know what, 10, 12 pounds, 15 pounds, you know. So I did that. I went down. I spent. I think I got 5 $4 bundles. It was like $20, you know. I figured that'd be enough wood to keep the garage warm, you know, through the night. And I didn't get no help bring the wood in, whatever. Plus, I had already burned a couple of bundles from keeping that garage warm for a couple of you know, 4 or 5 hours, whatever it had already been. And I had to go buy wood the next morning too. And I told Casey, I said, look, I said, I had 3 pieces of wood. I said, then they were stashed away. They were like up under something, but they were pieces of firewood. It was cherry wood, and they had really cool shapes, and I wanted to make something out of them. And I said, don't fuck with these, you know. Don't fuck with this wood. So the next morning when I went down to get wood, on my way back in, so I could keep these motherfuckers warm because they wanted to sleep in the garage. I get back and I get a little bit of wood over by the stove, and I open the stove up to put some wood in, and I see that the stove, and Norman and Casey were moving around at this point, I see that the stove is fully stacked full of wood. But when I left, there was no wood to put in the stove. And I realized that those 3 pieces of wood that I told him not to burn were in the fucking stove on fire. And that just kind of burned my ass at that point. I was like, you know what, you disrespectful motherfuckers? You know, you tell me you're going to stop by and visit. And on your way to New York, I'm thinking, you know, a few hours. You know, I'll feed you dinner, give you a tattoo, fucking offer you a shower because you've been traveling. You fucking go on down the road, finish your fucking trip. But instead, now I've got you sleeping in my garage, and I got your dogs shitting in my fucking yard and on my deck. Like, they let the dogs shit on my deck in the backyard. You know, I don't care if there's fucking snow on the deck or not. Take the dog out to the fucking yard and let it shit. You know, the dog shit all over my garage. They said they had it cleaned up when they left, and I found like fucking 4 more piles of dog shit. That fucking dog pissed on everything, jumped all over my fucking back door, chewed the fucking molding on my fucking back door. I could show you guys a fucking video from the way that fucking dog left my garage. And
Which one, the service dog?
Yeah, the service dog. The so-called fucking service dog. There's no fucking way that dog is a service dog. It jumps on fucking everybody. I've got a bad back. I can barely fucking walk at times. I got this dog fucking jumping all over me and all kinds of shit. You know, and I've got a dog. I've just got a little mutt. She's like a little 40-pound, I don't know what the fuck she is. Peanut. You guys have seen videos.
Yeah, I've seen her on the live stream.
Peanut fucking put Tomac on his back, man. Peanut's very protective of the house. Well, Norman let Tomac get into the house, and the next thing I heard was fucking Peanut going to full-on fucking what the fuck. And I went in there, and Tomac was backed up in the fucking corner. Peanut was getting ready to get him. I'm like, who the fuck let these dogs in? Oh, it was a fucking nightmare. That shit was on the live show. We were on a hangout when Norman let that fucking dog in my house.
Yeah. So
did I enjoy Casey coming to visit me? Yeah, it was cool. I had a good time. Was it last minute because I wasn't expecting that to happen? Like, did I get caught, with my pants down a little bit, blindsided? Yeah. But my whole thing was, I'm not mad at anybody, but I felt really fucking disrespected,
Seems like it was the little things. It wasn't like he came over and shit like himself and pissed all. It was like the little things you can tell, like within that day, those few hours you were with him, that you were like,
they didn't come to my house and fucking disrespect my house, on the inside, they didn't steal anything, they weren't rude, they didn't tear anything up. It was just the fucking etiquette of, it's the fucking dogs that aggravated me more than anything. It wasn't Casey and Norman, it was the fucking dogs, man. I don't know.
Well, how many dogs he has? Two. He has the one that's like 20 years old, and then he has the pit bull, the service dog.
The dog's not a fucking service dog.
He said it was a service dog. I'll take his word on it.
Casey's gonna get mad as hell at me when he sees this.
And me, but I'm.
And I'm not trying to be a fucking dick about it, but I don't know. There's just.
Hold up. Does it put a lot of things into perspective?
It puts a lot into perspective. I was able to form a whole new fucking outlook on shit. I'll just leave it at that.
It puts a lot into perspective on his end over the past year and a half, right? How things have turned out in the past year and a half. It put a lot into perspective within those few hours you had with him on how things are, how they are for him, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and you said besides shitting the dogs and do any damage to your house that you were like, fuck. And besides burning the wood, they burn the wood, that kind of piss you off because I know you like. I mean, I've seen you carve dicks and shit.
So,
what about Queenie?
Queenie's a good dog. She's too goddamn old to do anything.
All right, here we go. Here's another question. Okay, so Casey Nunez comes in. I assume you got your kids over at your house around this time, and how did Casey and Norman interact with each other? We see how they are on video, but I mean that's on video.
Casey is Norman's boss.
What do you mean?
Casey tells Norman what to do.
Just...
I mean, Casey and Norman remind me of a married couple. Casey's the dominant one, and Norman's the submissive one. And when Casey speaks, it's the law. And Norman, being submissive, does what Casey says. Take the dogs out, Norman. Feed the dogs, Norman. Go see what that dog's barking, Norman. Go get my cigarettes out of the Jeep, Norman. Do we have any water in the Jeep, Norman? Will you go get me one, Norman? And Norman does that.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. When they came to visit, was there anything that you could think of that just seemed odd to you, or mysterious?
You sick motherfucker, you. I know exactly what you're thinking.
Only what you're implying.
Oh, shit.
Maybe there was the fireplace lit in your garage.
Oh, some Brokeback Mountain shit, huh? Hey,
Plus, some Michael Bolton to be played.
Cowboy Norman. Oh,
Nothing like that, right?
gotta stay warm, Norman. Well, they slept on the floor next to each other.
Did they cradle?
They had the dogs between them.
Oh. You said Norman humped a dog? I saw in a video he was grabbing the dog's dick.
I got I got another video where it looks like Norman's got his pecker in the dog's mouth.
Oh my God.
Pretty bad.
Okay. So any last notes on the trip as a whole? Because we have some other shit to get into. The visit as a whole, not the trip.
Casey, you can come back to my house anytime you want. You can even show up unexpected, you know. Just don't bring your dogs, man. And dogs fucking pissed me off. Put them in a shelter or something. You know? Oh, you know what? I got something else I want to talk about with Casey.
Yeah, with Casey?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
When I was in New Orleans this past summer, there was an artist in Jackson Square. He was a black man. I can't remember what his name was.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some amazing fucking pieces. And Casey was friends with him. Well, I ended up buying 2 pieces of this guy's art. And actually, you know the fleur-de-lis that hangs when I'm in the office?
Yeah.
And okay, that's one of them, okay? And then I've got another one. It was in the background of the video that I did, being fucking stupid when I won YouTuber of the Year or whatever.
Which, by the way, I need to get your address because I'm going to mail you a trophy for that. But go on.
Wow. My address is out there somewhere.
Yeah, I think I can find it. Or you can just PM it to me on Facebook. I'm gonna make a nice trophy for it. But go on.
But so this artist's name was Rick, I think, and Casey saw the 2 pieces that I bought because they're both hanging in my home, and he said something about one of them, and he started talking shit about this artist, about how he was a fucking con man, this, that, and the other. Well, one of them, the red one, is painted on a piece of debris from Hurricane Katrina. And the white one that you see in the office, that's on a piece of debris that's been ripped down the middle from Hurricane Rita. And, they're signed and all that. But anyway, Casey was like, yeah, he was like, these aren't even, and Casey told me, Casey vouched for this dude in Jackson Square. Casey vouched for this dude. They talked about how they knew each other and they were fucking boys, and this motherfucker had a studio in New York and this, that, and the other, and he had a studio in fucking in New Orleans, and Casey was fucking, helping him move his art back and forth and blah, 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 blah. And Casey was like, yeah, these are awesome pieces, this, that, and the other. This is when I was there in June. And I buy these fucking 2 pieces, and Casey's at my house now, 8 months later, whatever it's been, talking mad shit about these 2 pieces of art that I bought, about how this fucking artist is a con man, he's a fucking crackhead, he just gets pieces out of the fucking garbage and paints on them, and just talking mad shit about this dude. And so I was like, but you vouched for this dude, and you told me this shit was straight up.
Right.
Is Casey pissed off at this dude about something and just talking shit about him? Or is Casey being legit and he forgot that he had fucking told me that shit was on the straight up?
And got you to buy a fucking garbage.
Right. But you know what my wife said? She said, whether it's on a piece of garbage or a piece from fucking Katrina, she said that is still a badass piece of local art that was bought from a local artist in New Orleans in Jackson Square. She said the story itself is worth more than what we paid for it.
Right.
And she's right. So it's not like I'm disappointed, but I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Is it yay or nay? You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Well, your whole trip with Casey Nunez stirred a lot of shit up for sure. Did you see any of the videos made by the Torp?
I saw one.
Okay, and
One.
he seems legit pissed off because you seen the video where he is saying that you and Casey, he's very pissed. Him and Casey had I don't know if you've seen the comment section on one of those videos. Him and Casey went back and forth. Casey dropped his docs and saying he was going to knock his teeth out and he was going to go up to Kentucky and beat the shit out of him. And Torp was saying, anyway, he was pissed because he claimed that you, during that live broadcast on Jeffrey Rose's broadcast, that you and Casey, or I guess, I don't know, calling him a pedo and threatening to beat the shit out of him, stuff like that. You just go on what you have to say about that, because I know you
didn't get any threats to Torp or about Torp, nor did I ever call him a pedo. I asked Casey if he thought Torp was a pedo, and he went on his little tangent, and then I said, I don't. Fuck, piss Torp off, I don't care, fuck him, because you know what? That's all public knowledge. You know, that's what Torp got attacked for in fucking 2010 or whatever it was. You know, making little girls cry and shit. Fucking, you know, and Torp didn't do any of that. We all know Torp didn't fucking do it. I just wanted to fucking test Casey's mentality and see what his fucking reality was and what his perception of fucking shit is, you know? And common sense would tell you if a motherfucker was a pedophile and it was made public the way that shit with Torp was, the motherfucker would be sitting in jail right now, or dead, if the shit was true.
right.
You know? And for Casey to say that he thinks, yeah, I think he might be. Well, you know what?
There was no, by the way, there was no evidence whatsoever. That was just the evidence was a fucking the doctored photo of the family watchdog that they made, Rambo Torpidopoulos. Go ahead.
I don't know, man. People are just so fucking...
Your butt hurt. Torp, I know you're going to watch this video all the way through, Torp. PM me the date and the time. It's up to you to come up for this 2011 timeline, because I think we'll have fun. So, with that being said, it sounded like his trip to you was a blast.
So Casey calls his buddy up in New York, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you just hop on a bus and I'll pick you up in Chicago?" You know. So I'm thinking, fuck, this motherfucker's gonna ask me if he can stay here for 2 more days, because that's how long it's gonna take to get here on a bus from New York. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't know, man. Like I said, it was just fucking awkward. It was weird the way everything went down. And then back to this whole Torp thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, there's a part of me that actually I wish that I could get along with Torp. But Torp, I don't know. I just don't like the way Torp rolls, I guess. You know?
Those two, does Casey and Torp just need to suck each other's dicks already?
Yeah. Look,
Pretty much.
Torp and Wiz fucking laid their bones to rest. And,
Not really. Wiz is still being a bitch. I can put Wiz in his place.
Fuck Wiz.
Fuck Wiz. And Dave, I know you're gonna watch the whole fucking video because you watch every single one of my fucking videos. Thank you.
They talk shit.
Motherfucker. Stupid fucking mustache. My porn stash is better than yours, bitch.
Hey, I'm trying to get that whole fucking, that dingy look that Torp has in his house and Real Man used to have in his house. Or that dingy look. Did I?
Oh, yeah. No, like I said, you look. This broadcast really was really fucking creepy. I felt like I was talking to somebody who was like, who witnessed something, or like a former employee of Area 51 or some shit. That's what it felt like. This whole interview, man. It was some crazy shit. So, so would you should use Torp's own quote against them? For the love of God, shut up.
Yeah, for the love of God, shut up. No,
So,
I mean, come on. Let me talk. A message for Torp. You know how many times I have made a fucking video, and the name of that video has been a message to Torp, a message for Torp.
you make one yearly.
Attention Torp, shit like that. I do that to get his attention because he's like, hello, hello, you know. But I don't know. Torp's pissed off because I'm friends with Casey. Torp's pissed off because I fucking, you know, I talk to Cameo from time to time, and Cameo mailed me a fucking package with that Viking hat and that beard and shit, you know. That would have been cool if I had that on in this video with the whole outline.
Oh yeah, you would have looked like Satan for sure. You know, you should open up a new account and use this same lighting and shit, and you can make like change your voice, and it'd be fucking creepy as hell. Satan's Vids Part 2.
Welcome to hell, bitches.
As far as YouTube goes, we ain't missing much. I turned on my channel today, and Jim Riley was.
The way this show came about, actually, was at 2:30 in the fucking morning, you sent me a message on Facebook and said, hey, Riley uploaded a video slapping the shit out of a cat while his wife egged him on.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You know, and I had just...
Did you see a comment I left on a video? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get in so much shit. I said, who's the crack whore recording the video?
I haven't seen the video.
It's retarded. I'm sorry. It's how the fuck do people still support this shit? Like Racer X, if you're still around, how the fuck are you gonna run a group that has this shit going on? You got Jim Riley fucking embarrassing not only himself but the network of evil. You got to do a performance review. You got to fucking clean house, man. Racer X, you should give Dallas his Godfather powers back.
Do you want my opinion on the Network of Evil?
Yeah, I really do. Since I'm a new member now, by the way.
Okay. You said I'm a new member now, by the way.
We just keep expanding and expanding and expanding. It's not even an elite club anymore. You join the community. I think everybody's an NOE member except for Craig.
Right now, Craig is too. Right now.
That's why when you brought that factoid up, everybody who's won YouTuber of the Year has been an NOE member. I'm like, well, whoop de fucking do. Where'd you go? Uh-oh, Casey must have got him. He traveled back up to Chicago. Oh. Oh my God, we got a Viking KKK member. You look like you're in a white cloak. Holy shit. Is that Nebbish Nose? That looks like a Nebbish Nose puppet. I remember when the NOE only had 16 members.
I am the evil.
Oh, shit. The Network of Evil. What do you have to say about that shit?
The Network of Evil is the biggest...
Joke.
It's the biggest fail of this community.
It was. It used to be a powerhouse. Now it's a laughingstock.
Well, it's always been a laughingstock.
I kind of disagree. Back in the day, before even you started making videos, the Network of Evil was like, whoa, watch out, the NOE, Racer X. Nigel Cromwell, you know, the Bones, until the day the NOE failed is when everybody realized the secret of the NOE was the Bones were just blessed in mule piss. Right?
That was mule piss straight from Casey's fucking tour mule.
Yeah. And they were painted in fucking mule cum. That's why they look pearly white. But, so anyway, that was the secret shit.
Let me ask you some questions.
Go ahead.
You interviewed me for an hour.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm down.
Basic interview. How old are you?
22.
What's your sign?
Huh?
What's your sign?
What do you mean? The Zodiac?
Yeah.
Gemini.
How tall are you?
Why? You making a profile on me?
Yeah.
I'm releasing all this information.
Oh.
Pretty big. People don't realize. I'm about as big as you, maybe even bigger.
You're like what?
6'2".
I'm gonna sound like Casey Nunez when I say this, but I'm 6'5" and 245 right now.
6'6", 265 pounds, like Randy Orton. That's a direct quote, by the way.
Oh shit, the bed, Fred.
You see, my favorite quote was, "My dick is as you see my hand and this pack of cigarettes. Combine that by 2."
You said combine that by 2.
Combine it by 2. To be like those 2 cigarettes. That's like as big as wide as this camera angle. Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh man. Come on, more questions. I was in Las Vegas recently.
When did you first realize you were homosexual?
When I started watching your vids.
That's when you realized you had a man crush, huh?
That's when I realized.
Tell me about why did you go to Vegas?
Visit a family member. And to do shit.
You went out there to visit somebody?
You
went out there to visit somebody?
Yeah. Nice guy lives out there.
Did you?
Actually, I was en route. I was actually en route to Omaha, Nebraska, and I was like, I'll stop in Las Vegas.
Gotcha. I've done things like that before. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
I was in Fresno, California, and I had to go to Seattle. And by the time I got to Kansas City, I realized I was lost.
Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Right, something bad happened.
Oh.
Oh.
Come on, more questions.
I just had a question. I had a good one. I don't remember what it was. Did you partake in any of the local flavor while you were in Vegas?
What do you mean? The hookers? I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you fuck around with any hookers?
You see, my hands are about as big as my dick is. You see my hand and these hooker cards? Twice that size is my penis. I got some hooker cards because they just hand them out to you. So I went out and got some, and you know, look at them all. You see?
That's the hooker cards.
Yeah, 2 for 1 special, all that shit. So.
Did you buy one? Did you buy one? Did you get one?
No.
Me and a couple of my buddies did. God, this was back in like '98. We were all out there. We were at Nellis Air Force Base.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we were there. We were only there for like 4 days, but we partook with. So there was 4 of us, and we had 4 hookers and 2 motel rooms.
Yeah.
And we had fun. We had a good time.
Oh yeah. I can just imagine. I stayed at the Rio. The Rio, which is real nice, right off the strip. I went to the MGM Grand, Caesar Palace, the Luxor, Mandalay Bay, all that nice shit.
Right.
Fun. Yeah, ate at the buffet at the Rio. I bet on a Super Bowl. I bet to score correctly. Put in $20 and I won $387 plus the 20 I got back. So really like $400.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's just a total guess. I'm like, yeah, 28 for the Patriots, 24 for Seattle. I also bet on like stupid shit for like $10 and that I knew I wasn't gonna win, but I'm like, the odds are so high that if I do win, I'll get a lot of money. So, yeah.
Now, how old are you? You're 22, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got first time
22.
in Vegas. I was 17.
Nice.
Yeah, I was 17. My cousin was 19. It was over spring break, and he was in the Air Force. He had been home and he was leaving to go back the day that school got out for spring break.
Yeah.
And I was, fuck, I'll just go with him, you know. And I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell my mom, my dad. Didn't tell anybody. And I just straight left. And when we got halfway there, I called my mom.
The irate American was mad.
Nah, he didn't too much care. But my mom was like, "You did what?" I was like, "You know, I'll be home. Don't worry about it." And I had a checkbook and shit, you know. I was like I said, I was 17. Yeah, I had a checkbook and I had some cash, and I ended up going out there. I stayed out there for a week longer than what I was supposed to be out there. I got in trouble at school and shit, which was no big deal.
But it's so fun though. It's
blast out there. We got caught gambling. I was 17. He was 19. We got caught, and
they beat the shit out of you. They take you into the back room with the suits and they fucked you.
No, they just took what we had.
The one thing I wanted to do out there, I wanted to go visit Area 51, but I didn't get a chance.
Can you visit there?
You can drive all the way till as far as you can go.
Right.
You can't visit, but you know what I mean. You go to the sign, really.
I feel like real man. I'm sitting here smoking cigarette butts.
Oh God.
My cigarette's in the other room.
I just recently got my DSLR camera. Well,
DSLR camera.
A good Canon camera. Hold up. This one I'm going to be filming my YouTube videos now with. Very nice, huh?
I've got a Nikon G1.
Camera lens is on. Yeah, that's what I got.
Look, you got your camera. You went fucking camera geek, and we lost our viewers, man.
Well, let's see. It's getting close to 6 a.m. It's 5:40. That's about what? Close to an hour. And I think we covered all the basics. You had the vent off your chest. Let me say, before we go, finish strong, what else do you have to vent about?
Look, I could sit here for the next 30 minutes and fucking talk shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, well, let's do that. Let's talk shit for the next 30 minutes. Your game.
Okay.
Whoever's in your mind, because I don't even know.
What?
Let's go. Let's talk. What do you have to say?
You know what? Just mention somebody. Mention a name. Anybody you want. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Give me a name.
Network of Dave.
I think he's actually a cool motherfucker. He's a little bit weird. I think is he a drunk? I think he drinks a lot. Maybe he's a closet drunk or something.
He lost a shitload of hair. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, he's aged like a motherfucker. But I don't know. I don't really have much to say here.
Jim Riley.
Jim Riley?
A fucking douche.
I don't know. Jim Riley is fucking he's either desperate or he's on drugs or he's in the fucking bottom of a bottle or he lost his morals or
watch this video. Look it up. Look it up right now. Or you can. You're on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can watch this shit. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I don't even fucking watch Jim's videos anymore.
You want to see you talk about Desperate. You haven't even fucking seen Desperate, and so he might have taken it down. Good thing I mirrored it. No, he didn't. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
It's on right now. I can find it.
I'm about to share my screen. You there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's share screen. Share.
Configuration. When it's still water.
Yeah.
Okay, put it on me. You see me?
Yeah.
Hey, Craig. Guess what? Tonight I'm gonna beat a cat. Show this cat over here. Look. You like that? I'll beat the cat. Yeah. Beat it. You like that, baby?
Slap
Come
him
on.
hard.
I'll beat
Hit him
you.
harder, man.
Hit him harder? You like that? Yeah.
Hit
You
him
like that?
harder.
Come on.
Hit him
You want
hard.
that? You want that? Yeah, get, come here.
Desperate for fucking views. You want to talk about being desperate for views? That's all I have to say.
Did you download that video?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You should send that to the Humane Society of fucking where Jim lives. That would be fucked up.
Look, people, if you make a video fucking up, I will mirror it. That's what I'm going for. I have on my old MacBook. I have that got fucking ruined with water damage. I had so much mirrored shit on there. I need to take the hard drive out. I have the fucking, which kind of sucks. Like, I hate when old good videos get removed from YouTube.
Well, you need to share that link on Casey's Facebook wall, and Casey will share it with the SPCA and the fucking animal rights activists. And Jim Riley will never get away with that.
Loves Jim Riley. Him and Jim Riley are fucking butt buddies.
Well, it's official. We lost all of our viewers.
That's alright. I'm getting fucking tired as fuck. What do you have to say? Come on, just spit out names that you just want to get off your fucking chest. Or did you blow your load? I'm talking about Casey and Torp.
You know.
There's nobody to talk about. What, Daniel Borden? What? What?
You know, here's the thing with Daniel Borden. Fuck Daniel Borden. That motherfucker's weird, alright?
He tries too hard.
You know, and I'm not saying that he's, you know, touching children weird, but he's just fucking weird, okay?
Is he Canadian or not?
He's a compulsive liar, is what he is. And people could call bullshit on me for what I'm about to say, but you know, I will put on an act a lot of times, but I always maintain that level of fucking reality. And Daniel Borden can't do that. There's no reality in that man's world. He is convinced that he is what he is in every video that he does, it seems like. And it's just kind of fucking weird and creepy. Like maybe he's got some fucking shit wrong upstairs.
Who do you think runs this community now?
What?
Who runs this community?
Nobody.
No, there's one person.
What's that?
You know there's one person that secretly runs the whole thing.
No, really not.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to say who, but I know somebody pulls the fucking strings around here. I'm not even gonna say.
There's a couple of people that pull strings.
I know one in particular that nobody will even fucking think about pulling the strings. I'm not even going to mention the motherfucker's name.
You're probably right.
Right? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yep, you're probably right. You know.
We know it's the same person. Come on. We know it. I know you know who it is. We're thinking of the same person. It's one person, people, that pulls the fucking strings you guys don't even fucking know.
Because it's too obvious. It's because it's too obvious that that person's pulling strings.
Dallas knows. Dallas called it out on day one years ago. Years ago. 2009 he called it out. And it's still going on. People are falling for it.
I've always thought that.
You want to speak on that, you can.
They just fuel the fucking fire. No, it's pretty genius the way it works.
Are you thinking of, hold up, let me message you on Facebook. I'm going to message you on Facebook the name I'm thinking of. And just say yep or no if I'm right. If it's who you're thinking of.
Alright. Damn, I got all kinds of alerts on my phone. Tell me when you send it.
I sent it on Facebook.
Oh. Let me find it. Hold on.
La da la da 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 da.
Okay. Phone sideways.
Yeah.
Pain in the penis, man. Okay, you must have sent it to... I got 2 Facebook accounts, remember?
I sent it to the last one I messaged you on.
Alright, yeah. It should be right here then. No, I don't have it on either one.
You want me to send you a text?
Yeah.
Okay, this is impossible. Alright, folks, it's real late.
You there?
Yeah.
My phone's... Hold on.
I sent it to you.
Alright.
Just give me a yay or a nay if you think if that's who you're thinking I was thinking.
There's one that pulls his strings really, really, really tight.
Did you get the message?
Yeah. That points him in the direction.
What do you think?
Huh?
What do you think?
What do I think? I think I gotta find where you're at. I fucking lost you, man.
Huh?
There you are. I think that, yeah, he's probably watching right now.
He's probably the one viewer.
Yeah. Yeah, there's somebody that pulls his strings, though. But he doesn't pull a lot of them.
You think she... Okay, is it a he or a she that pulls the strings? That might give it away, but...
I'm not going to say, but it's a he.
You think it's a he?
Yep.
JD? JD? JD?
Nope.
Not JD.
Nope. Nope.
I'm trying to think of this motherfucker's last name. What about... Him?
Who is that?
Sweet old man. Wes. I like Wes. This is my first... I used to make that impression to him and he'd laugh. I'm the sweet old man. Sweet old man.
Do you know who the real Bruce Erics is?
It's not sweet old man. It's Jeff Davis. Come on, everybody knows it.
Brooks. Yep.
I thought Barfly was Nebbish Nose.
What?
I thought Barfly was Nebbish Nose.
No, Monk is Nevis Nose.
Well, who the fuck is Al Brookman?
El Brookman is El Brookman.
Well, who's Zoolander John?
Zoolander John is Gallivanting Guru.
Well, who is Grim Lotus?
Me.
And me. Well, who's the gnomes?
Your mama's doodle hole.
And who's the eggs?
COO.
James Jervis. I know you have a lot to say about him, so get back on here before we go off the air. Say what you have to say about James Jervis, whatever the fuck his name is. Dallas is not a fan of clothing optional only. He had a lot of bad things to say about him.
Let me tell you a little something about their old James Torp that is up there. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's just a little bit overweight and a whole lot of retarded. Takes all this shit to the real. Well,
He's probably watching right now.
no, I don't think that's him.
Yeah, you're right. He retires for a month and then makes a new account. Do you remember that time it was him and Craig were in the fucking, him and Craig, I think Montana, and he fell out of his chair collapsed on him? That shit was funny. And he got pissed at Craig.
Fuck him.
Anyway, folks, it's dawn at 6 o'clock a.m. I need to get some sleep because I have to go somewhere for lunch tomorrow.
Cocaine's finally wearing off, huh?
Oh, yeah. Jim Riley gave me some of his
Powder, some of that fire.
So, this was a secret show. It kind of filtered towards the end, and we should have ended it a little earlier, but that's okay. That's all right. It's all right. Dallas had a lot to get off of his mind. Torp.
I want to send a message to Torp.
Go ahead.
I don't know how to say this. Yeah, we'll do it some other time. Oh.
Are you finished?
You got anything else you want to say?
Torp, my message to you is 2011 timeline, whenever you want. We can get it done. It'll be the biggest event in the community. With that being said, this was our secret show, and we'll do some more secret shows, but that'd be a secret, so peace.